No, I want to just lay there for a while.
A little bit faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do this thing where I press a button and the camera starts filming things that are happening in real life. It's like pictures, but a bunch of them. Continuity errors, like Romeo and Juliet, which is one big continuity error.
We're going. Woo! Behind the scenes, right here.
All right, nobody move! We don't want any trouble here.
You don't get this anywhere else, right here.
What do I do on the shoot?
Yeah.
I make this movie happen.
I am the boss.
You do lighting.
What do we do?
I ruled this set with an iron fist.
I get to pull focus mostly, and I get to be there for all of Nate and Alex's needs.
Yeah, that's enough of you.
So I'm BTS for A Writer's Journey. And right now I'm making sure that batteries don't get stolen, so I'm charging them.
And then we're gonna go through just the producer walking up to him. My name's Matthew Miller. I was the director and writer on Writer's Journey. And it fell to me to kind of take the prompt that we were given and kind of develop into the story that it is now, kind of overseeing it from the very creation of the script, getting it to shooting, and then getting it to the screen, really. I was pretty proud of it. I'm still proud of it. Everybody put in, I think, what they got back, so that was good. Storytelling is not a one-person show. Like, I mean, just because you're the director does not mean that it's your baby. Like, it's your brainchild, absolutely. And you're gonna understand the vision as much as anybody, but you can't make that story on your own. You can't tell a story without the team, the community around you. When I first found out that we had gotten Rosie's and I had seen the interior photos of it, I thought it was pretty much great. There would be very few other places that you could find that would match what I had envisioned for Rosie's. It very much is that classic diner that everyone thinks of. When you're an indie filmmaker working with a very limited budget in the cold Michigan terrain, there's a lot of things that you come up against. Weather was one of them. Weather was not kind to us. She was cold as cold could be, a little bipolar at times. That's Michigan. When we were at Rosie's is a condemned diner. So there's no power, there's no water, there's no utilities there whatsoever. So we had to bring everything to that location. And there were some very difficult shots that I knew would be pull off. The big one would be his character's transition moment. It's that one really slow creeping dolly in on him as he's having a back and forth with the narrator. I knew going in that would be the hardest thing to sell to the audience, and that it would take him everything he had to really be able to pull that off, because his character is literally going from one end of the spectrum of just being like, listen, I don't need anybody's help, you're crazy, she's crazy, her ideas are dumb, why would I listen to her, to being the complete opposite of like, wait a second, the hero has to die. Duh.
Has to die. Listen, the hero has to die. I'm brilliant. The hero has to die. Do something. All right, here's the hero. Not that
Adam is a good friend of mine who plays Derek. Him and I grew up together, and I knew this was the perfect script for him when I read through it. Well, not when I read through it, but when I had gotten to the other end of writing it and really honing Derek's character, I'm just like, I think Adam would be a great Derek, and he was. And Adam is a writer as well. Adam is an actor, but foremost a writer. Like, he loves writing. And it was interesting because he said the exact same thing. He's like, I am Derek. And so I think that Derek kind of is all of us in a way. We all have pride within us. We all think that we're the best, that we know all of the answers, that we know what's going to be best in the end, what's going to be better for the project. And that's not always true. I mean, this story is about, not being appreciated.
You do that for a living.
You have Derek, who is completely wrapped up in himself and thinks he completely has everything figured out. He doesn't need anybody's help. He's the professional. He knows what he's doing. But what he comes to realize is he didn't have all the answers, that Fran had a lot to offer him. You know, we have some good ideas, but we don't always have the best ideas. And we have to be willing to set our pride and our ego aside and be willing to just listen and be willing to be flexible so that we can have the best product in the end. That's not just story-wise, film-wise, that's everything-wise. I mean, that's everything that we do in life. Anything that we do as a community, as a group, we have to be willing to realize that the person next to me is just as smart as I am, and I need to respect them for that.
I did.
I'm gonna act like I don't make me use this one more time. The hero has to die, though. The hero has to die. All right, I'm gonna do this, man. I'm gonna do this. The hero has to die. 1, 2.
I would miss completely. Do it again.
Casey's gone. Everyone's gone. I don't even know anymore.